Chapter 2, Review. Describe the end behavior of the polynomial function using limit notation. Now I'm going to be super nice. I'm going to have you fill in the blank. Isn't that nice of me? Alright. So we're going to fill in the blank. This one should not be hard. It is a fourth degree. The highest exponent is 4, which makes it even. The number out in front is positive. So you should be thinking in your head, starts high, ends high. So the limit as x approaches infinity, as x goes to the right, it goes up, so it's positive infinity. As x approaches negative infinity, that means goes to the left, the function also goes up, positive infinity. Done and done. Easy points. Next one, it says make a sign chart. Make a sign chart. Now this one, I think I'm going to give you a calculator for this one, so I'm going to fly by and go quickly on this one. But when we have a fraction, we need to find where it equals 0 and where the vertical asymptote is. Okay, our boundary points, there's actually 3 of them. Okay, so on our sign chart, there is positive 2, there's negative 4, there's also negative 6. Okay, you set the denominator equal to 0, you set the numerator equal to 0, and these are our 3 answers. Let's notice that we are looking for negative answers, and it is equal to. So we are looking for negative. So we're going to have to pick a number in these 1, 2, 3, 4 spots. Let's pick a number over here, which I picked negative 10. If you plug in negative 10, you're going to get a negative number, which is good. So that is a happy face for us. We are looking for negatives. There it is. If you plug in a number between negative 6 and negative 4, like negative 5, if you plug in negative 5, you're going to get a positive answer, which is no good. Okay, we are wanting things less than 0. If you plug in a number between negative 4 and 2, like 0, you're going to get a negative answer, which in this case is good because we are looking for negatives. And if you plug in a number bigger than 2, like positive 10, then you're going to get a positive number, which is not good for us. So this is kind of half our answer, but our full answer is we want all the numbers that are less than negative 6 and all the way up to negative 6. And since it has an equal to, we're going to have a bracket. And our other answers are over here between negative 4 and 2 and a bracket because we have an equal to. So that's problem number 2. You will get to have a calculator, so hopefully plugging in the numbers will be quick and easy. But all you care about is the sign. Is it positive? Is it negative? Next, solve. This again is the same concept. We have a sign chart. When does it equal 0? It equals 0 at negative 3. It equals 0 at 2. And it equals 0 at 6. And we are looking for numbers bigger than 0, or positive numbers. So again, we're just going to plug in numbers. If we plug in a number like negative 10, we get a negative answer, which is not good. We are looking for positives. If you plug in a number between negative 3 and 2, like 0, you're going to get a positive answer, which is what we're looking for. If you plug in a number between 2 and 6, you should get a negative answer. That's not what we're looking for. And if you plug in a number bigger than 6, like positive 10, you're going to get a positive answer is what we're looking for. So our answer is any numbers between negative 3 and 2, and it is parentheses because we don't have an equal to. And we're going to go from 6 to positive infinity. Those are the 2 spots where our answers are bigger than 0. And again, we're using parentheses and not brackets. Number 4 is a good review of parabolas. Good review of parabolas. Vertex is key. Vertex is key when you talk about a parabola. So it asks for a bunch of things: min, max, domain, range. Vertex, you should be thinking, oh yeah, there's no parentheses, so it's negative b over 2a. Negative b, that's negative 8 over negative 4, which is 2. Vertex is 2. You plug 2 in, and I believe you get 24. Vertex is 224. If I wanted to graph this, I can make a quick sketch. 224 is up here, and it is going down. So there's a quick sketch. Minimum is no minimum. Maximum is the vertex, 224. Domain, negative infinity to positive infinity, that's the domain for every parabola. Range, it goes from negative infinity, and the highest value, the y value, is 24. Please look over your previous quiz and stuff for that. Hopefully those are easy points. Flip over. Simplifying with I is all about multiplying by the conjugate. Multiplying by the conjugate. So this one, we've seen a bunch of these. Should multiply the top and bottom by 3i. I'm sorry, 3 plus I, 3 plus I. So that's going to give us 15 plus 3i. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times I is 3i. Negative I times 3 is negative 3i. And negative I times I is negative I squared. So this should be 15 plus 3i over the 3 i's cancel. I squared is negative 1. So that's going to make that a positive 1. That's going to make that 10. And I made a mistake. I'm sure you're yelling at yourself or yelling at me. That's not 3i, that is 5. My fault. You were right. I was wrong. If you got to there, that's really good, but that's not our final answer. We can divide all those coefficients by 5. So that's going to be 3 plus I over 2. Final answer. Hopefully, again, that's a nice straightforward one where you get the right answer. 6, where is the minimum or maximum? It's a parabola. Negative b over 2a. It helps us find the vertex. So that's going to be 4 over 2 or 2. If you plug into, I believe, you get negative 7. And if I wanted to make a quick sketch of this, 2, negative 7 is down here, and it goes up. So that means, since it goes up, that means it's a minimum. So we want to make sure we say, hey, this vertex is a minimum. Stay with me, got 2 more. Got the story problem, which is probably your favorite problem. I mean, it's got a river in it. Who doesn't like the river? And then we got one other one that most of you do really well on. So, here we go, 2 more. And then this review is over. All right, you've already read this problem, hopefully. You got a river, beautiful river, and you want to make a fence. So you want to make a rectangle, this side, this side, this side. We want to know what is the maximum area. Well, if this side's x, and this side is x, and we have 600 feet of fence, then we have 600. We used up x, and we used up x, so it's minus 2x. How do you find the area? You multiply. So that's going to be x times 600 minus 2x. Multiply that out, and that's 600x minus 2x squared, and we have a parabola. How do we maximize a parabola? You find the vertex. So that's negative b over 2a. So it's going to be negative 600 over negative 4, or I believe that that is 150. Okay, the x value equals 150. Then we can find the area. This is 150. This side, if you plug in 150, is 300. Multiply 150 times 300, and you get 4, 5, 45 with 1, 2, 3 zeros, I believe. And there is our answer, and that's what? Feet squared? Feet squared. Boom. Beautiful story problem. I love it. Solve. This one you need to think P over Q. What multiplies to give me 12 divided by what multiplies to give me 1, and you have to guess and check. I'm going to help you out. Negative 1 is a 0, so we're going to use synthetic division. That's negative 1, 1, negative 1, negative 12, 12, and we get a remainder of 0. That's what we are looking for. So my leftover answer is x squared plus x minus 12, and we're seeing when does that equal 0? Factor x plus 4 times x minus 3 equals 0. So my other answers are x minus 4 and x plus 3. So those are my 3 answers, negative 1, negative 4, 3. There, that is going to be part of your tests on Monday.